This message comes from eBay. The worst part about loving cars might just be buying them and all the parts. From Toyotas to Aston Martins, eBay has thousands of cars and the largest online selection of vehicle parts and accessories. eBay, things people love.
From NPR and WBEZ Chicago, this is Wait, Don't Tell Me, the NPR News Quiz. I'm the man with the voice so smooth you could go curling on it. Bill Curtis. And here's your host at the Indiana University Auditorium in Bloomington, Indiana, Peter Sagal.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. It is great to be here at Indiana University, IU, which, thanks to their incredible football team, they just learned a little-known secret. When you win the National College Football Championship, the coach gets a new record-setting high salary, and the rest of you get us. So later on, speaking of athletics, we're going to be talking to a proud Hoosier alum and multiple Olympic medalist, swimmer Lilly King. But first, it's your turn to compete. Give us a call at 1-888-WAIT-WAIT. That's 1-888-924-8924. Let's welcome our first listener contestant. Hi, you're on Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Hi, I'm Bradley Petrick. I'm from Chicago, Illinois.
Hey, how are things back in Chicago?
Still very cold.
I'm kind of glad to hear that, because we're not there. What do you do in our hometown?
So for my day job, I'm an enterprise consultant, but for my second gig, I run a local cat rescue here.
Really?
Yes.
When you say here, do you mean your house?
No. I mean at our adoption center.
Okay, all right. Well, that's very good work. I'm glad you do it. Welcome to the show, Bradley. Let me introduce you to our panel. First, a stand-up comedian performing at the Commonwealth Comedy Club outside Cincinnati on April 10th and 11th, and at the DC Improv on the 12th. It's Josh Gondelman.
Hello. Thank you for rescuing all those cats.
Thank you.
Next, she's a contributor to CBS Sunday Morning. It's Faith Salie.
Hi, Bradley.
Hello.
And a comedian who'll be at the Laugh Factory in Las Vegas's Horseshoe Casino March 19th through the 15th, and at Hilarities Comedy Club in Cleveland March 20th and 21st. It's Alonzo Bodden.
Hello, Bradley.
Hey, Alonzo.
Welcome to the show, Bradley. You're going to play Who's Bill this time? That, of course, is the game where Bill Curtis reads you 3 quotations from the week's news. If you can correctly identify or explain just 2 of them, 2 out of 3, you'll win our prize. Any voice from our show you might choose for your voicemail. Are you ready to go?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Your first quote is from the President of the United States.
We are the hottest country.
That was just some of the good news the President shared during what big speech this week?
Oh, that would be the State of the Union.
It would be, yes, the State of the Union. Tuesday's speech was the longest State of the Union in history, in part because he kept bringing out these special guests. For example, Trump invited the U.S. men's hockey team into the House chamber, which was nice. A lot of them hadn't been there since January 6th.
That's true. When he said I will agree, when he said we are the hottest country in the world, he was just referring to the fact that we've stopped doing anything to protect the climate. So we are, so we are getting there.
Yeah. I honestly didn't watch. There is no reason for me to watch an old man rambling for like 2 hours, just making it up as he goes. Yeah.
On the other hand, I mean, think about it. You know, in the world we live in now, there's so few things worth watching live, right? Other than sports, of course, because everything that happens has been pre-planned. Not with him. He could have done anything, right?
That's true. And he doesn't even, when he talks, he's not even connected to reality, right? He's just describing a fantasy that's going on in his head. He might as well have given a State of Narnia address.
one of the things he did is he handed out prizes, medals to his various guests. He gave out the Congressional Medal of Honor. He gave out a Legions of Merit Awards, Medals of Freedom, Purple Heart Awards, and he gave RFK Jr. the Purple Face Award.
I think this is the first time that the fact checkers said, well, it'll be easier to just try to find something true.
Yeah, just list that.
Than count all the lies. We'll put two. There were two things that were true. We'll go with those.
All right, Bradley, here is your next quote.
The tribe has spoken.
That's the catchphrase from a reality show that amazingly celebrated its 50th season this week. What show?
That would be Survivor.
Yes, Survivor. It is amazing that they have reached 50 seasons of Survivor. I thought they all starved to death on that island long ago. But it's not surprising the show has been so successful. Where else can you get to watch a 35-year-old orthodontist poop in the ocean?
Wait, so do we know the math? How many years has it been on? Are there like 10
I
seasons
think it started
a year?
in like 2002, around there.
Oh my
It's been on for a
gosh.
long time, Faith.
Can someone, do y'all
I
watch
still have a big problem believing it's tough to survive when the camera crew is eating somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was wondering about that myself.
The sound guy's having lunch.
Yeah.
You can't. Okay, I didn't catch anything today. Mind if I stop by for a BLT off the truck?
Yeah.
You know,
On the very first episode, broadcast this last week, and this is true, a contestant tore his ACL and had to drop out. It's like, yeah, this show really is 50.
I wonder who comes up with, like, they're running out of places and things to do with them, you know, different islands and different challenges and this and that. And I've heard stories, and I just wish they would do it and just do like Hood Survivor.
Yes.
Just some rich white people, drop them in the hood with nothing, and let's just see what happens.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea. I think they should switch the Survivor contestants and the Love Island contestants one year.
What would happen? What would happen?
I think the people that thought they were gonna spend a period of time eating bugs would have a wonderful time making out, and then the hottest 24-year-olds on Earth will die within hours.
All right, your last quote is some reactions to the debut of a redesign of a popular line of dolls.
Wow, they are kind of skinny. They're definitely missing the historic appeal.
So what dolls got a controversial makeover for their 40th anniversary this year?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, not a big consumer of dolls, I take it. Are you?
No, I'm not.
Well, I'll give you a hint. These things go great if you want to have like marriages with your American boy dolls.
Oh, American Girl doll.
American Girl dolls, yes. For generations of children, the super wholesome American Girl dolls, each represent a character from a real period in America's history, answered the question, what if a book were a doll? But the new modern era dolls, American Girl dolls, are smaller, skinnier, and to quote the New York Times, too yassified. But if you hate the new look, don't worry. Cabbage Patch Kids are just as chubbed out as ever.
They're 40 now?
They're 40.
The dolls are 40.
Survivor is 50.
Did they
American Girl.
did they create a new doll named Perry? Perimenopause.
Perimenopause, yeah.
The girls are just, they're into wall Pilates. They have those glassy doll eyes because they're scrolling.
Yeah. No, actually, it's funny because the new dolls, the idea is like these are these characters from periods in history if they live today. This is how they dress and look, which I guess is nice. It would be maybe better if they show the line of dolls like what the characters were like at 40, right? Oh, look, Caroline has 12 children and Kirsten died 3 years ago of the Spanish flu.
Isn't it?
It was tough times.
But what I don't understand by making them smaller and thinner, isn't there a whole movement to make like women look like real women as opposed to that impression of...
That was before
making...
GLP-1 inhibitors.
Yeah.
Alonzo.
These are Ozempic and Girl dolls.
Yes.
Standards have changed, right? So for example, in the new dolls, all the skirts are shorter. Kirsten now has cool hip boots, and Rebecca now has Mar-a-Lago face. Bill, how did Bradley do in our quiz?
The cats will be proud, Bradley. You got them all right.
Congratulations.
Perfect.
Take care, Bradley. We'll see you back home.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have a great one.
Right now, panel, it is time for you to answer some questions about this week's news. Alonzo, wearable technology is everywhere. It can track pretty much every health metric imaginable. Well, there's a new wearable gadget that can measure how many times you do what?
Wow. We're not going to narrow that down at all. I'm just going to say how many times you can do. No, you got to give me something.
I will. It can detect them even when they're silent, but deadly.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh. How many times you pass gas?
Exactly. Technically.
Is there anyone?
That was a very classy way to answer that, Alonzo.
Well, we're at a university.
I would have just said, you farting, kid.
Exactly. Let her rip.
What my question is there anyone who doesn't know? Are people just letting it go and not realizing, like, oh, wait, that was mine. Wait a minute. I got to add that one to the list.
Oh, shoot, it's almost midnight. I got to get my farts in today.
Yeah, you can't. What number are you shooting
Well, here's
for?
the thing. Apparently, it will answer a lot of questions about digestive health, and most importantly, answer the question about who dealt it. And it is being called, of course, the Fitbit for farts, because the Fart Watch smartwatch didn't do well in the focus group.
You're in the elevator.
Yeah.
You ruin the elevator.
Right.
And then you're like, sorry, I'm trying to keep my numbers up.
Exactly. Coming up, move over, Rick Steves. Our panelists are the travel gurus in this week's Bluff the Listener game. Call 1-888-WAIT-WAIT to play. We'll be back in a minute with more of Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me from NPR. And just a reminder that we exist on two different planes of reality. We're flesh and blood humans in a theater in Chicago, but we're also digital entities who can automatically be transmitted to your phone as a weekly podcast. Don't forget to tap follow so you get every new episode automatically.
Support for this podcast and the following message come from sponsor Mint Mobile. Got a big spending hangover after the holidays? This January, quit overspending on wireless with a limited time offer for 50% off unlimited premium wireless at mintmobile.com/wait. Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12 months. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Above 50 gigabytes. Network may slow when busy. Availability, speed, and coverage varies. See mintmobile.com. This message comes from Babbel. Babbel's conversation-based language technique teaches you useful words and phrases to get you speaking quickly about the things you actually talk about in the real world, with lessons handcrafted by over 200 language experts and voiced by real native speakers. Start speaking with Babbel today. Get up to 55% off your Babbel subscription right now at babbel.com/NPR. Spelled BABBEL.com/NPR. Rules and restrictions may apply.
This message comes from Easy Cater, the workplace food platform. Easy Cater helps organizations order food from favorite restaurants, meet dietary needs, and stay on budget. With employee meal programs, flexible payment options, and 24/7 customer support, all on one platform. Learn more at easycater.com.
From NPR and WBEZ Chicago, this is Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me, the NPR News Quiz. I'm Bill Curtis. We are playing this week with Faith Salie, Josh Gondelman, and Alonzo Bodden. And here again is your host at the IU Auditorium in Bloomington, Indiana, Peter Sagal.
Thank you so much. And thank you, everybody. Right now, it is time for the Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me Bluff the Listener game. Call 1-888-WAIT-WAIT to play our game on the air. Hi, you're on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Hi, this is Tim Josephs. I'm calling from Greensboro, North Carolina.
Greensboro, North Carolina. What do you do there?
I spend time with my twin 9-year-old boys. A lot of parks, a lot of kid-related activities mostly.
I bet. By the way, you have 9-year-old boys. We have news about a new medical device they're just going to love. Well, Tim, it's really nice to have you in the show. You're going to play our game in which you must try to tell truth from fiction. Bill, what is Tim's topic?
A new travel hack.
Everybody loves travel hacks. Can't sleep in hotels? Just bring your own pillow. Are you flying Spirit Airlines? Don't fly Spirit Airlines. This week, we heard about a new travel hack to make being on the road a little easier. Our panelists are going to tell you about it. Pick the one who's telling the truth, and you'll win the waiter of your choice on your voicemail. You ready to go?
I am ready.
All right. First, let's hear from Alonzo Bodden.
Marcus Anderson loves to travel but hates to pay for it, so he's mastered the crying hack. Marcus, a freelance videographer, does over 200 nights a year at hotels and said he got tired of being nickel and dimed with room charges. One recent work trip, he filmed an acting class as they learned to cry on cue. Marcus decided to try it. Turns out he has a gift. Now, whenever he interacts with hotel staff on business trips, he is actively sobbing. I've had charges removed. I've been given upgrades. Once I got a free room when my card was declined. I just told him I maxed out my card on my travel for the kids' game, and the kids lost. He almost got caught once. Just as he was getting his sports tiers ready, the desk manager at a Boise Holiday Inn asked how his kid's piano career was going when Marcus remembered he'd used the piano story there before. How'd he get through it all? By crying, of course.
A frequent traveler who's discovered that simply by crying at the right time in front of the right people gets him all kinds of perks. Your next travel tip comes from Faith Salie.
Ever find yourself on the road without enough clean underwear? Well, fitness influencer Tara Woodcox has a hack for that, so don't get your knickers in a twist. Actually, do wad up your panties, she says, and shove them into the hotel room coffee maker. You close it, you press brew, and it puts scorching hot water through it, Woodcox explains on TikTok. You got yourself a cleaner pair of underwear to wear. You always thought hotel room coffee tasted generally like crap. But now you can really detect the flavor of thong. She then suggests drying them with the blow dryer so you're not walking around with fresh brewed drip. Woodcox's followers can hardly wait for more hacks, like perhaps how to use the coffee creamer as a leave-in conditioner. And if you're really lazy, the ice bucket as a chamber pot.
Run out of underwear on the road? Just clean your old pair in the coffee pot. What else are you going to use it for? Your last road remedy comes from Josh Gondelman.
Pet stores across the United States have reported shortages of Siamese fighting fish after a viral TikTok blew the lid off a decades-old long-haul trucker practice. Truck drivers don't want you to know this, but when they have to stay up all night, they keep a little fish tank in their cab and let the fish bite their fingers to keep them awake. Said Dr. Points, the rewards god, an adult man who calls himself that, / travel influencer. And he was right about the truckers wanting to keep their secret, because now all the fish are being snapped up by college students trying to pull all-nighters during finals. Young adults are calling the trend finger baiting, either despite or because of how gross it sounds. I can't find any dang fish anymore, lamented Clem Swenson, a career long hauler. I've had to resort to biting my own hand or slathering my fingers in barbecue sauce and enticing a stray dog to do it. On a brighter note, the paucity of betta fish has caused Swenson to bond more closely with the one he already has. He even gave his aquatic companion a radio call sign of his very own, Vince Gills.
All right. So this week we learned about a travel hack being offered by someone who assures us it works. Is it from Alonzo Bodden, or frequent traveler who says if you can learn to cry on cue, there's no end to the upgrades you can get? From Faith Salie, if you run out of underwear, just use your hotel coffee pot to clean it. Or from Josh Gondelman, the secret that truckers have known for years. You want to stay awake? Put your hand in a bowl with a betta fish. Which of these is the real travel hack we learned about this week?
I Sadly, I think I have to go with the grossest one, with the coffee.
So your choice is Faith's story. Well, to bring you the correct answer, we spoke to an expert in this particular field.
You would be better served washing underwear in the sink with shampoo if you were in a hotel than you are just putting it in the Keurig.
That was Patrick Richardson, a.k.a. the laundry guy, a preeminent laundry influencer, talking about what you can do that's better than putting your underwear in the coffee maker. Congratulations, you were right. It was, in fact, Faith's story. You've won a point for her.
Thanks,
which she always appreciates. And you've won our game. Thank you so much for playing.
Thank you.
Take care.
It's time for coffee. It's time for tea.
And now the game where we ask people who have won everything to try one more game. We call it Not My Job. After dominating national collegiate competition as a swimmer here at Indiana, Lilly King went on to win multiple medals at 3 different Olympics, including 2 golds, and setting 1 Olympic record in the breaststroke along the way. She probably would have won gold at last week's Olympics too if they'd only let you swim down the bobsled track. We are delighted she is with us now. Lilly King, welcome to Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you here. Now, I know now that you still live near here in Bloomington, right? Mm-hmm. Where you, of course, you went to college after growing up not far from here. And I was going to ask if you're still recognized some years after graduation when you walk around campus, but based on the reaction you got, I'm guessing yes?
Yeah, I mean, every once in a while. I kind of live a little away from campus now, so I think everybody in my neighborhood kind of recognizes me, which is weird when you're trying to take the garbage out with your robe on. But yeah, every once in a while, you get a hey here or there, and that's kind of how my life is.
Now, you also train. You still train here at the pool.
I have to say, I retired in August.
You retired from competitive swimming.
Yeah, all done. But yes, I did train there all through my career, and about 10 years in that pool.
Wow. Did you enjoy, after you graduated, coming back here and getting in the pool with all these younger swimmers and just continuing to kick their ass?
Yes, always.
Yes. Because you really... You're not that old, but you don't have to be old to really enjoy beating younger people. It's just,
for sure.
It's a thing.
No, it doesn't get old ever.
When you were growing up, you came from an athletic family. Your father's a track coach, right? How did you know, A, that swimming was your sport, and B, that you were particularly good at it?
Well, I was really bad at everything else, so that was a good giveaway at the beginning.
Wait, maybe I'm an Olympic swimmer then.
Hey, you never know.
Yeah.
But
have you tried Olympic swimming, Josh? You never know.
It's the last one I've been waiting to attempt.
Gymnastics career didn't really take off.
It did not pan out.
I was about this size at 14, so it didn't work for me either, so it's okay.
I love this story. I understand that your husband, who was a fellow member of the IU swim team, proposed to you after you had just won a meet or an event?
Yes, so I got proposed to at Olympic trials. And the security at Olympic trials is really tight. Trying to get up on the pool deck, there's guys with like army guys with machine guns, ready to. It's wild. Yeah, I'm like, guys, this is a swim meet. It's not that. Yeah. It's not that deep.
You're all wearing bathing suits. Where do they expect you to be hiding a weapon?
Exactly. So I walked down the stairs and I'm gasping for air. I just finished a race. I'm exhausted, and I saw he was on deck, and he was not supposed to be on deck. And I was like, how'd you get down here? They're going to take you out. What are you doing?
He had murdered 11 security guards.
Pretty much. Well, I'm pretty sure he used to be in the CIA, but we don't have to talk about that.
Okay.
So then he proposed right then and there.
Really? Did he do the classic thing, get down on one knee?
Oh, yeah.
You had a swim cap on when he proposed to you.
So this is funny. So I didn't, because one of my best friends who I train with here, Annie Laser, she's Olympic bronze medalist from Tokyo Games. And she was a coach, so she told me, she's like, hey, just take your cap off after your race. And I was like, we're very honest with each other, sometimes to the point where it's not so nice. And I was like, if you just tell me I look awful in my cap, just tell the truth. And she's like, no, you gotta trust me, just take your cap off.
So funny.
So
That's a good friend.
It is. So I get out after my race, I take my cap off, and I'm looking in the stands for her, and I couldn't see her. And I was like, what the hell? I took it off for nothing. I know, I'm like rolling my eyes looking for her.
Did you then hear her voice yelling, you also might want to put on some makeup?
Yeah, no, it was too late.
Why did you tell me to do my nails for the Olympic trials?
Exactly.
And there your husband was, and he got down on one knee and he proposed right there in the deck.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah.
And do you think he would have proposed if you had lost?
So, I was very confident that that wasn't going to happen for myself.
The
He
engagement.
seems, or the losing.
Right.
But he was like, well, if you got third, I thought it'd make you happy. I was like, that was a very kind thought. But I would have said yes, obviously. I don't think I would have been super happy at the moment when it happened.
So you're saying, and I've met enough really high elite athletes knowing that they all expect to win. You all expect to win every time, which is part of the secret. And so I imagine that if you hadn't won that day and made the Olympic team, you would have said yes to his proposal, but it might have been more like a, okay, fine.
Maybe. It was, separation of church and state there. So, Lily, if you expect to win, which is part of what makes you a champion, do you get nervous? I know you're retired. Did you get nervous? Yeah, absolutely. Especially like Olympic trials, when you go in and the whole point of the meet is you got to be top two. So there's usually 100 to 150 people in your event, and only 2 make the Olympic team. So pretty much, especially if you're expecting to make it going into that final, you just got to think, don't mess up.
Do competitors talk? Do you talk to, like you said, it's 150 people, and I'm guessing the top group you expect to win. Do you guys like talk smack to each other before you jump in the pool? Or?
I do. They didn't like it that much.
No, wait a minute. Okay. Hold on. We had read that one of your secrets is you psych out your opponents. You play some mind games.
Looking pretty dry today.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, fine. Trash talk. I get it. It's some of the greatest athletes do it. But how do you trash talk someone when you're both underwater?
Yeah. In one Olympic final, I did make eye contact with another girl off of a turn. So that was, I think, as close as we get in the water. That was pretty crazy.
You should be an American Girl doll.
Thank you. I'll take it.
So in the swimming world, sorry, Peter.
It's okay.
But in the swimming world, you're like out of control. Like you're talking smack on the block. Are they happy you retired?
Yeah,
they should be. I was off the rails there for a couple of years.
She was the Dennis Rodman of international.
I take that as a great compliment.
You should. Well, Lilly King, we are delighted to talk to you, but we've asked you here to play a game we're calling
Lilly King, meet these Lil Kings.
That's right. We're going to ask you 3 questions about short kings.
All right.
2 or 3 questions right about men of less than average height, and you'll win our prize for one of our listeners, the voice of anyone they might choose for their voicemail. Bill, who is Lilly King playing for?
Olivia Trevino and Leo Burton of Bloomington, Indiana.
I'm guessing they're fans. Are you ready to do this?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. Here's your first question. For centuries, psychologists have talked about the Napoleonic complex, or the idea that short men can be more aggressive or ambitious than taller men. But a 2007 English scientific study disproved it. How did they do that? Was it A, by hitting short men with sticks and seeing if they got angrier than tall men? B, by asking short men how much they might enjoy conquering Europe? Or C, simply by asking a bunch of short men if they were compensating for something, and they all said, no!
I'm going to go C.
You're going to go C? Your choice is C. They just asked them and they all yelled no? No, it was actually A.
No!
It was. What they did, and this is true, is they would rap men of various heights on the knuckles with sticks. And they noted that shorter men would react with less anger than taller men.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right, you have 2 more chances. You get these right, you win. Here we go. It might surprise you who is a short king, or was, as in which of these examples? A, Neil Armstrong, the astronaut, who meant to say, that's 1 step for a small man. B, Joseph Stalin, who was so short, Harry Truman used to call him Lil Squirt. Or C, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who originally wrestled under the nickname The Pebble.
All right, it's not The Pebble. I know that. I'm hearing B. B sounds good.
Yes, it's B.
You guys gotta, give me some YMCA. It all sounds the same.
I'm just asking,
here.
though, did you rely on the audience at your swim meet? It's like, what stroke? What should I do?
Oh, fast?
Fast? Okay, everyone wants to go out.
A little bit. I'd be like,
Yeah, he used to call him Little Squirt, All right, last question. If you get this one right, you win. Alan Ladd, a star from the golden age of Hollywood, was only 5'6". And to make up for that, the producers of his movies would do what? A, dig holes for his taller co-stars to stand in. B, put 1 foot high lifts into all his shoes. Or C, make sure that every other actor in the entire movie was 5'2" or shorter.
They're all saying A.
They're all saying A.
I feel like I'm really using my phone a friend.
You are.
Okay, I'll go A.
It was A, yes.
A hole? The lifted shoes makes way more
So
sense.
if he was talking to, say, a taller woman, they would dig a hole, and the woman would stand in the hole and appear shorter. And you're maybe saying, well, wait a minute. Great. Okay, a hole. What if the actor had to move during the shot? Easy answer. They'd dig a ditch. Bill, how did Lilly King do in our quiz?
6-time Olympic medalist wins the big one. 2 out of 3 on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
With a lot of help.
With a lot of help. That's all right. Lilly King is a 6-time Olympic medalist and a legend of Hoosier athletics. Lilly King, thank you so much for joining us on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Thank you.
Lilly King, everybody. In just a minute, we finally take pickleball down in our Listener Limerick Challenge game. Call 1-888-WAIT-WAIT to join us on the air. We'll be back in a minute with more of Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me from NPR.
Support for NPR and the following message come from HomeServe. It never happens at a good time. The pipe bursts at midnight. The heater quits on the coldest night. Good thing HomeServe's hotline is available 24/7. Call to schedule a repair and a local pro will be on their way. Trusted by millions. For plans starting at $4.99 a month, go to homeserve.com. Not available everywhere. Most plans range between $4.99 to $11.99 a month your first year. Terms apply on covered repairs.
This message comes from Schwab. Everyone has moments when they could have done better. Same goes for where you invest. Level up and invest smarter with Schwab. Get market insights, education, and human help when you need it.
This message comes from Greenlight. Ready to start talking to your kids about financial literacy? Meet Greenlight, the debit card and money app that teaches kids and teens how to earn, save, spend wisely, and invest. Start your risk-free trial at greenlight.com/NPR.
From NPR and WBEZ Chicago, this is Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me, the NPR News Quiz. I'm Bill Curtis. We are playing this week with Josh Gondelman, Faith Salie, and Alonzo Bodden. And here again is your host at the IU Auditorium in Bloomington, Indiana, Peter Sagal.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. Coming up to celebrate the 50th season of Survivor, we're going to play the 50,000th season of the Listener Limerick Challenge. If you'd like to come help celebrate, give us a call at 1-888-WAIT-WAIT. That's 1-888-924-8924. But right now, panel, it's time to introduce a new game that we call
Cleaning Out the Cabinet.
While President Trump got the attention this week, his cabinet has been busy making news too. In fact, there's so much of it that we have to go through it all rapid fire, true-false style. You ready to go?
Oh boy.
Okay, we'll start with Josh. Josh, true or false? On a recent flight on Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem's luxury jet, her closest aide, Corey Lewandowski, demanded the pilot turn around and go back because Noem had forgotten her phone.
False. It was like a blanket.
Yes, she had forgotten her favorite blanket. Alonzo, true or false? When the pilot wouldn't turn around, Lewandowski fired him in the middle of the flight.
True.
Right. Faith, true or false? The pilot then pointed out that if he was fired, there'd be nobody to fly the plane, so Lewandowski had to unfire him.
True.
Right. Josh, true or false? More recent reports say it wasn't a blanket at all. It was Noem's, quote, mystery bag with something in it so embarrassing they had to come up with the blanket story instead.
I'm just going to vote with my heart and say I hope it's true.
It is true.
Wow.
Alonzo, true or false? Labor Secretary Lori Chavez DeRaymer is under investigation for taking luxury vacations at government expense, drinking during work hours, taking her staff to strip clubs, and having an affair with a member of her security team.
Absolutely true.
It is true. Faith, true or false? Because of this, her husband, Sean DeRaymer, has started spending every day at the Labor Department just to keep an eye on her.
False.
Right, it is false. He has been permanently banned from the department for sexually harassing female employees there. And that is our cabinet cleanout. We'll do it again as soon as the cabinet gets filled up again. All right, panel, some more questions for you about the rest of the week's news. Faith, there's a new exciting bedtime trend, taking what with you to bed?
Oh, isn't it kind of everything?
Yes, it's everything. That's
Yeah.
the answer. It's called bedtime stacking.
Ugh.
And it works like this. You don't want to get out of bed, so you bring all your lotions, your lip masks, your journals, your books, your drinks, and snacks, and stack them all around you in the bed. And you can stay there. Now, you don't have to bring your mice. They'll show up by themselves within a few hours.
That sounds like not stacking, just your first apartment in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
It also kind of sounds like depression.
A little bit. Yeah.
Because, like, you just don't want to get out of bed.
Exactly. But all this stuff, I'm just old school. When I'm in bed, I just want a book, good lighting, my fingers, and a tub of hummus. You know?
I don't know if I wanted to know that.
I don't know who does these studies.
This is a thing that somebody put themselves on. So when I go to bed, I like to do bedtime stack. I like to put everything in my bed so I never have to get out of bed. I have access to all my things. And it went viral, and now it's a trend, and people are doing it.
You know, it occurs to me, some people just shouldn't have influence.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to do that.
Right.
Just because you saw somebody do it and tell you about it.
Yeah. We should be able to, take that away from
Right.
you.
Yes.
There should be people that are outfluencers. That
Yes.
see that trend taking off and they go, stop it.
Stop it.
Yeah, that's called your mom. Mom just walks in the room. What the hell are you doing? And just smacks you. Put that stuff away.
Get your fingers out of the hummus, Peter.
Coming up, it's Lightning Fill in the Blank, but first it's the game where you have to listen for the rhyme. If you'd like to play on air, call or leave a message at 1-888-WAIT-WAIT. That's 1-888-924-8924. You can see us most weeks back at the Studebaker Theater in downtown Chicago, our home, or you can catch us on the road. We'll be in Savannah, Georgia on March 26th and in San Diego on April 30th. For tickets and information to all of our live events, just go to nprpresents.org. Hi, you're on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Hi, Peter. This is Katie from Burnsville, Minnesota.
Oh, Burnsville. I actually know it. Out there near the Twin Cities. What do you do there?
I am the administrative manager and graduate program coordinator for the Department of Pharmaceutics at the University of Minnesota.
And you have a business card the size of a 9x11 sheet of paper, right? I love the Golden Gophers. They're a fine place. Well, welcome to the show, Katie. Bill Curtis is going to read you 3 news-related limericks with the last word or phrase missing from each. If you can fill in that last word or phrase correctly in 2 of the limericks, you'll be a winner. Ready to play?
I'm ready.
Here's your first limerick.
At cross country, my teeth I am gritting, and the sweaters I make are well-fitting. After stitches and pearls, through the slopes I will hurl. My powers to ski come from...
knitting?
Right!
Wow.
After winning a silver medal at the recent Winter Olympics, cross-country skier Ben Ogden credited his success to his hobby of knitting, saying it helps him relax. Isn't it sweet? He needed something to take his mind off the stress of skiing, but he still wanted to be holding little poles.
I see like a season 2 of Heated Rivalry with this as a subplot. There's something very Why are you looking at me like that? Is it because you're straight?
No.
There's something very sexy about a hot athlete knitting.
But that's the thing. Like a heated rivalry about this guy is like, oh, I like to knit, and the other guy's like, oh, I like to knit too, and they sit there and they knit for 6 episodes.
No, it's the knitting guy versus the crocheting guy.
Oh, yeah, that's the rivalry.
Obviously the crocheting guy.
Needles clacking, and it's also just the expansiveness of their personality.
That's the sound of romance, clacking.
Clacking.
All right, here is your next limerick.
At this age, heavy stones we're not hurling, but on ice we will set them a-twirling. In the house we score points with our old creaking joints. After pickleball, we'll take up...
Curling?
Curling, yes! According to Bloomberg News, curling clubs are trying to leverage the excitement of the Olympics to make their sport the new pickleball. Just like pickleball, it's easy to learn and fun to play. And of course, there's nothing seniors like better than walking on ice.
They call it the devil's shuffleboard.
Yes. Imagine shuffleboard, but you can break your hip at any time. Mm-hmm. All right, here is your last limerick.
We've all heard this warning before, G. There aren't enough bees. We need more G. So I'm bringing my queens to some real swinging scenes. For my bees, I'm hosting and...
Yep.
You know, you're really pushing this Minnesota Nice right now. Orgy.
Yes, orgy.
Oh my gosh.
Or as they call it in Minnesota, a potluck. We know what you're doing.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
A bee orgy in Belgium. I'm jealous. I can't even score an invite to a sea orgy. So the bee orgy is exactly what it sounds like. Thousands of beekeepers bringing an endangered species of bee to Belgium just so their bees can get freaky with each other, and that will save the species from extinction. It's all fun and games for the queen bees, right? That's what it's about. Once they've mated, they go home and establish their own colonies. But when a male bee mates, his penis falls off and he dies. As it should be. Am I right, ladies? Bill, how did Katie do in our quiz?
3 in a row. Katie's great. You won.
Well done, Katie.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for playing. Take care.
You too.
Be my honeybee. Love is what you bring to me. Even sugar's not as sweet as my honeybee.
This message comes from Babbel. Babbel's conversation-based language technique teaches you useful words and phrases to get you speaking quickly about the things you actually talk about in the real world, with lessons handcrafted by over 200 language experts and voiced by real native speakers. Start speaking with Babbel today. Get up to 55% off your Babbel subscription right now at babbel.com/NPR. Spelled BABBEL.com/NPR. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Support for NPR and the following message come from HomeServe. It never happens at a good time. The pipe bursts at midnight. The heater quits on the coldest night. Good thing HomeServe's hotline is available 24/7. Call to schedule a repair and a local pro will be on their way. Trusted by millions. For plans starting at $4.99 a month, go to homeserve.com. Not available everywhere. Most plans range between $4.99 to $11.99 a month your first year. Terms apply on covered repairs.
Now I'm afraid it is time for our final game. Lightning fill in the blank. Each of our players will have 60 seconds in which to answer as many fill in the blank questions as they can. Each correct answer is now worth 2 points. Bill, can you give us the scores?
Josh has 3, Alonzo has 4, and Faith has 5.
Oh my goodness. Well, that means we know who's going first, and that would be Josh. The clock will start when I begin your first question. Fill in the blank. On Thursday, Hillary Clinton testified in a congressional investigation into the blank files.
Epstein?
Right. On Monday, a bomb cyclone left several states on the East Coast dealing with over 2 feet of blank.
Snow?
Right. This week, the White House announced it was withholding $250 million in blank funds from Minnesota.
It's healthcare.
Yeah, Medicaid, yeah. On Tuesday, the U.S. lifted a shelter-in-place order for Americans in blank.
Mexico?
Right. This week, New York Governor Kathy Hochul said a grandfather would be allowed to keep his personalized license plate that reads blank.
Horny grandpa?
No. His plate, which he now can use, is PB4 We Go.
That's pretty good.
On Monday, researchers said they developed a single vaccine that could protect against cold, flu, and blank.
COVID?
Yes.
Wow.
On Thursday, the 2026 NFL blank began in Indianapolis.
Combine?
Right. This week, a man in Ohio running from the police was caught after he hid in a curbside trash can until blank.
He sneezed and they found him?
No, until the garbage truck came along and tried to put him in the truck.
All right.
The whole thing was caught on video. You can see it. The guy jumps into it. A little while later, truck pulls up, attaches it to the thing, the machine picks it up, and the next thing you know, the guy jumps out of it. Garbage man is freaked out. The guy starts running away because the cops, it turns out, were like right there. He was caught, and in addition to the charges they were arresting him for, he was fined $10 for being in the recycling bin. And he clearly should have been in the hiding from the police bin. Bill, I think Josh did pretty well, right?
Very well. 6 right, 12 more points. 15 is the total. Whew. Very good.
Thank you, Bill.
Very good, Josh. All right,
you.
Alonzo, you were in second place, so it is your turn now. Here we go. Fill in the blank. On Thursday, nuclear talks between the U.S. and blank began in Geneva.
Iran?
Right. On Tuesday, Representative Al Green was escorted out of the blank for protesting.
State of the Union.
Right. In response to last year's multi-million-dollar heist, the director of the blank announced she was resigning.
The Louvre?
Right. This week, a man in California was charged with a misdemeanor after he filmed himself blanking.
Ooh, scooping up the hummus.
No. He filmed himself giving a wild hawk a sip of his Buzzballs alcoholic beverage.
I did hear about that, yeah.
According to a new study, forever chemicals may be causing men to blank faster.
I don't know, die faster?
I'll give it to you, age faster so they die sooner. On Monday, budget airline blank reached a deal that will keep it from going out of business.
Spirit?
Right. This week, the infamously unflattering picture of the former Prince Andrew in the back of a police car after his arrest was briefly on display in blank.
Everywhere?
No, yeah. No, but it was framed and displayed briefly at the Louvre. This is the second time in 2 months that someone managed to sneak a framed photo into the Louvre and hang it on the museum's wall until it was found and removed. But this time, there is some artistic merit to it. If you haven't seen it, this photo of Andrew really answers the question, what if Edvard Munch's The Scream was a painting of an old pedophile? Bill, how did Alonzo do in our quiz?
Very close game. 5 right, 10 more points. 14, just 1 behind Josh.
All right. How many then does Faith need to win?
5 to tie. 6 to win.
Here we go, Faith. This is for the game. On Wednesday, confirmation hearings began for Casey Means, Donald Trump's nominee for blank.
Surgeon General.
Right. Following a Supreme Court ruling, FedEx sued the Trump administration demanding a blank rebate.
Tariff.
Right. This week, the Supreme Court ruled that the Postal Service could not be sued for intentionally withholding people's blank.
Mail.
Right. On Thursday, police in New York said they'd arrested a man who they claimed was involved in a massive blank fight.
Snowball.
Right. This week, a man in Italy got in trouble with authorities after he trained his dog to blank.
To do mountaineering.
No, to take his trash bags and bring them out and illegally dump them by the side of the road. Good dog. On Monday, NASA once again delayed their mission to the blank.
To the moon.
Right. On Wednesday, Wu-Tang Clan, Lauryn Hill, and Joy Division were named as possible nominees to the blank.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Right. This week, police in the UK were able to apprehend a suspect who jumped the fence into a farm as he was running away, but was stopped there by blank.
Pigs.
No, a herd of llamas. Cops say the man was trying to evade police by trespassing onto a farm, but got caught because he was immediately confronted by 8 llamas who formed a circle around him and would not let him leave. I don't know about you, but I'm going to be very disappointed if this does not result in a new cop show called Llama Force. Bill, did Faith do well enough to win?
She got 6 right for 12 more points with a total of 17. Faith is this week's winner.
In just a minute, we're going to ask our panelists to predict, now that they've done American Girl dolls, what will be the next famous toy to get an update. But first, let me tell you that Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me is a production of NPR and WBEZ Chicago in association with Urgent Haircut Productions, Doug Berman, Benevolent Overlord. Philip Godica writes our limericks. Our public address announcer is Paul Friedman. B.J. Liederman composed our theme. Our program is produced by Jennifer Mills, Miles Dornbos, and Lillian King. Yes, we've got one too. Special thanks to Blythe Robertson and Monica Hickey. Peter Gwynn is our llama wrangler. Emma Choi is our vibe curator. Technical direction is from Lorna White. Our CFO is Colin Miller. Our production manager is Robert Newhouse. Our senior producer is Ian Chillog. And the executive producer of Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me is Mike Danforth. Now, panel, what toy is getting the next big update? Alonzo Bodden.
Hot Wheels cars will come with Apple CarPlay.
Faith Salie.
G.I. Joe is going to become G.I. Bro, and he comes with a rucksack full of protein powder and a podcast studio.
And Josh Gondelman.
Microplastic machines. The toy car is small enough to go straight into your bloodstream.
Well, if any of that happens, panel, we're going to ask you about it on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Thank you so much, Bill Curtis. Thanks also to Alonzo Bodden, Faith Salie, and Josh Gondelman. Thanks to the staff and crew at IU Auditorium. Special thanks to Amy O'Shaughnessy and Alex Chambers at WFIU. Thanks to our fabulous audience who came out to see us here in Bloomington. And to all of you, wherever you may be, for listening. I'm Peter Sagal. We'll see you next week. This is NPR.
This message comes from NPR sponsor Charles Schwab. Financial decisions can be tricky. Your biases can lead you astray. Financial Decoder, an original podcast from Charles Schwab, can help. Download the latest episode and subscribe at schwab.com/financial decoder.
This message comes from MIDI Health, a virtual care platform for women in perimenopause and menopause. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Kathleen Jordan shares the wide range of symptoms they work to address for women in midlife.
There's dry eyes, dry hair, dry skin, there's dry mouth, trouble sleeping, panic and anxiety attacks. When we ask patients about common symptoms, on average, they report 6.
MIDI Health, committed to helping women in midlife with perimenopause and menopause care, accessible via telehealth visits at joinmidi.com. This message comes from Capella University. That spark you feel? That's your drive for more. Capella University's FlexPath learning format lets you earn your degree at your pace without putting life on pause. Learn more at capella.edu.